I will continue talking about the bipartisan approach. The one like in the previous video, I talked about like how all American women or American rich women or American women they push lower races, including Chinese, to the lowest racist side, which is Middle East, Indian, and African. So like even like they mentioned like all the lower races, for example, American were especially only Chinese, only one race, Chinese. Chinese are doing all those stuff. The other race, they already know that like if they even like Chinese say asking for I can work for you, I cannot work under you. If the word came out from full war, definitely no exception. They are a whole. So this is like kind of like people are facing the problem in United States or even like not even in the United States, in a Southeast Asia, in a Chinese environment. So technically all American women are using Chinese way, right? The way Chinese look down on full war. Because we already mentioned like full war people, not only in the US, the way they behave, their culture, the way they want to talk to the different races are from I don't know American point of view, it's from Chinese point of view, not because of their prostitute professional life in United States or in the at Myanmar. They are working at the restaurant and then they are working as a prostitute. Myanmar people, Filipino, Vietnamese at Chinatown, at Chicago or at New York, they are not even at the Chinatown, every places. They are working as a prostitute as a professional life. So technically full war. What kind of full war? Vietnamese, Filipino, Thailand, and Myanmar all are working as a prostitute. So okay, this is their professional. Don't bitch about that one. Even without doing their professional, they are gacha, they are behavioral. From Chinese point of view, a little bit kind of like kind of like try to seduce or flirt. So even like can call is like kind of like stripper or prostitute. No offense. So we need to solve the problem. So because of the way the Chinese see for the lower races, especially for war, how about fit war? Fit war are almost the same. So for war, their professional life is for prostitute professional life. How about fit war? Fit war, their country is a petroleum country. For example, Russia, and Italy and what else? African. No, I don't know about African. Maybe India, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, or whatever the country. So they are petroleum country. So so I'm talking about like their professional life because of their professional life, their body will become dark, right? And because of their gene, because of their races. So I'm not bitching about their races, their skin color, their professional life, but the way they behave is almost the same like for war. And also, when they came to the United States, they grew up in the United States. They got the idea, the same like me, right? I'm behaving like the American right now. They are also the same, but the way I behave like the American and the way they behave like the American is totally differences. For me, my background is a Chinese background. I keep all the Chinese culture, and I'm behaving like the American for human right in this area. Our Chinese people are a little bit like too rude, not too rude, like too strict, and then we don't want to negotiate with the lower races, like such kind of like so strict area. I change a little bit like American way, but I cannot change totally the same like American. You already see the one, right? Because of the one we are trying to negotiate right now, or we are talking a lot to get a solution right now. So my point is, I'm Chinese. I'm behaving like the American right now. They are also for war and favor. They reach to United States. They are behaving like the American too. But how much extent they behave like the American? It's almost 100%. But they are pointing the point that like even they behave like the American 100%. The acceptance, Chinese, American, Japanese, First World, Second World, Third World, even for war, they cannot accept Fifth War as a American, right? Why? Because of their race are the lowest race. Not even Fifth War. Fourth War also will point out the same. Even they reach to 100% American. But the acceptance, First War, Second War, Third War, they cannot accept them as a American. So how about Fourth War and Fifth War are facing the same difficulty? So African, do you accept Myanmar or Thailand people as an American? My question. No, right? No. Because like you want their friendship, you want to sleep with them, then you accept them as an American. The other place, oh, that Myanmar, that Thailand woman, they are too rude to us. This is how African women were bitch. How about India? Oh, they are the same. They are the same. Oh, they don't want to talk to us. It's like kind of like Korean or Chinese old woman way. Indian will talk. So, do you see the point? It is not. It is not they reach to the American level 100%. The acceptance cannot accept. The thing is like if no matter what you want to behave like the American because of your race, the other race cannot accept. Technically right. So how can we solve the problem? So which area you want to be a American? In every area. To get a job, to get a promotion, to shop at the same grocery store at the American store. Then all those area, not person, not human, not a personal relationship, or not asking a person, not asking the relationship, human relationship, not asking for the love, not emotional stuff. Then you can get the same level as American. Do you see all the stuff I point out right now? Don't give me the excuse that's like, oh, I'm already reached the 100% American. They didn't accept me as an American. The acceptance, right? Even Fifth War, did you accept Thailand and Myanmar as American? No. Thailand and Myanmar, they are very modernized. They are Americanized. But Thailand and Myanmar are your manager one day or right now. Can you accept them? Can you see them? See them as an American? The one like bitching all the time, African and Indian. Just give me the answer. No, right? So why are you asking from Chinese and American for that one? The same level. So don't point out. So I'm bitching like before. It looked like I'm bitching for the old American woman. It became like lower racist. Okay, old American woman. Also like we see like different races exist. Okay, first war are higher than second war. Second war are higher than third war. Third war are higher than fourth war. Fourth war are higher than fifth war. So it is universal true. But in United States, we are like kind of like we live in United States. We get the same chances. We have own our human right. But like even our own human right, when we work in the same area, we need to give like a little bit understanding to each other. Oh, if I behave like the very rich, if I behave like the American, if I behave like the Chinese, they might feel like inferiority or insecure. They might feel like kind of like, oh, I'm so poor, and then no one will care about me. They will feel that way. But you can feel that way. But they are expecting like, oh, I feel like poor, so they shouldn't behave like the rich. They shouldn't behave like the upper races. Okay, you can also feel that way. You can also expect that one too. But you are also expecting to give. When they see my emotion, they should give me the relationship. No, you wish, you hope, and then you expect it, but it didn't come. Your dream didn't come true. So you need to cope for your desire, your emotion, your wishes, right? You need to see, is it possible that my dream will come true? Because they are very rich. They are really high people, high standard people, or first world and second world people. So you need to think about themselves. But Kelly, this is not this is not South Asia, this is not Asia. This is United States. We treat everyone the same. We talk to everyone equally. But do you want to treat them as a friend, or as your sister, or your husband, or your relationship? Even like you give them, you support them as a poor, you talk to them as a poor, right? It's called humanitarian route. In other words, you are doing charity work, even at your work area. Am I right? So the extent they are expecting from us is we don't behave like the rich people, right? We don't behave like the rich people, and when we work in the same place together, we don't behave like rich people. We don't show them rich people feature. We don't behave like the rich feature. We cannot control it, but we can control it. But like the way they expect it is like kind of like we are one of them. We are never ever one of them. Technically, we can behave like the one of them, but you already know that we just like acting like a rich or high standard. When we see them, the way they expect from is low class American. Okay, so we are going to explain the whole things. Like the way they wear is low class American way. Okay, you need to see how rich people behave. Rich people are also human, right? So they want to train us no matter what you are rich, poor, or middle class, you need to behave like the low class American. It is called the standard of the United States. The standard for all the people need to behave in the United States. It is called low class American feature. If they don't get that kind of feature, they cannot get us the same level. They cannot get a friendship. They cannot get a talk. So they, before they are pointing out that they want acquaintance talk and courtesy talk. Right now, because of like I'm fighting every day, and they just change to, they just want a greeting talk, the greeting. So how much extent we can give for the greeting? Hi, and then walk away. Hi, that's it, right? This is for American hi. What's that like? Next generation, don't expect like very understanding, very old modern way. Hi, what did you eat today? Oh, oh, I brought that one for you. Old American way. Oh, are you okay? That kind of American style. Technically, that's not even pure American style. You can do that kind of understanding at your house, not at the work area. If you show that kind of understanding at a work area, that's good. You are good. But everyone, modernized people, how will you see that kind of woman? Very talkative, very old modern, very understanding. I want to talk a lot. That kind of old lady. So why are you expecting that kind of feature on the modernized, very pretty, very rich American woman? Why? Very obvious. You want a friendship. You want to talk. You want the same level. You want to enter into her community. There's no, there's, this is very obvious. Don't lie. There's no excuse for that one. You already see what happened with using this route. Then everybody see that one. Then don't do it. Okay, I will give you one example. Today, I made an appointment with a homeless, the guy at the homeless at the Green Street. I was trying to help him out to get an education at the Parkland College at the Champaign, Illinois. So I was trying to make the appointment. I talked to him like for 3 times. I told him that like, okay, just fill out the form. I will go and submit the application for you, or just fill out the form. I can apply online for you. The first time. The second day, I go and talk to him like, did you already fill out the form? I'm going to the Parkland for buying some books or for some reason. So he said like, okay, August 8th, yesterday, we made the appointment and we are going to meet at the Parkland, but he didn't show up. So I understand like he is very poor, right? So I bought the clothes because like I'm really afraid that like if he go to the school, like we already know like the homeless situation, right? So I'm afraid that like he didn't get into the enrollment, or he didn't get admitted. So I just bought a like for shirt and like short pant for him, almost like $19, 18 something from the Walmart Champagne. And then like after I came back from school, I went to see him, and then I gave the shirt, and then I made the appointment with him like tomorrow I'm going to come to your place and pick you up, and then we are going to the Parkland. But like after I came back from him, and then I came to the Champagne Public Library. I'm right now at Champagne Public Library. So last night I came to Champagne Public Library, and then I got an idea. Oh, maybe like the homeless go to the Parkland admission office and like for submit the application. I'm really afraid that he will not get admitted. So I'm thinking like, okay, I will ask like the second floor service counter, and as like a service employee to give him like a little bit one-on-one uh, computer registration uh, enrollment stuff. So the lady from the service desk, she said like, okay, you can make the appointment either with me or right, like whoever at the shift, you can make the appointment with them, or like you can make the appointment in advance, and then like she will make a note. But this morning I saw that lady from the service desk, so I want to see him again. We made the appointment at 9. He didn't show up, and then I went over there at 11 again after I saw after I came here, and I went back to the homeless area. But all the homeless are gone. They are include like three people, one old American guy, one gentleman like the one I spoke with, like he is like kind of like almost like 7 year or 5 year older than me. I don't even know his name, and also one Mexican guy. So my point is like kind of like, even I have good minded to have the homeless. He's a gentleman. He's only like 5 or 6 year differences. So I made a point that like even I want to help him without any expectation. But what American point of view will see me? I want that homeless as my husband, right? Am I right? Even like no matter I say like, oh, he's a homeless, and then his face is not even look like American face, and his face is like almost like kind of like South Asian face. He's like kind of that kind of poor, only very poor, very 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 poor, where their face become like they need to work like really hard work or like manual work or what, so their face become like South Asian face. We already know that one, right? Rich people, middle class, upper class, they will never ever look like that. Like even like American rich people, their face never ever look like Chinese. But right now, gene people are stealing gene, right? So even like they are Myanmar, Thailand, they are stealing Chinese gene. Even like the Korean, the whole country is stealing Chinese gene. So Chinese face and Chinese body is like African stealing. And even like right now, even Vietnamese Filipino are stealing too. Spanish, Mexican, the whole, not the whole, like almost half of the Mexican in the United States, either at the California or either at the Chicago area. All those Mexican are using Chinese faces, not using identically Chinese faces, look alike Chinese faces, not like Korean. Korean are using identically the same Chinese face. Mexican are using almost the outline, but the face all are almost identically the same. Okay, so my point is like that homeless, even his face is like almost like South Asian face. That kind of guy. Who am I? Am I very discriminating minded, right? I got the old school idea. That kind of woman. Do you really think I will fall for that kind of face? Not talk about homeless. Okay, Kelly is a bad minded. Kelly is at home. So Kelly might think like Kelly will get a white guy. So Kelly don't care about many because like Kelly is a very strict, right? Very strict, discriminated minded people, racist, racialist. So even this guy is a homeless, Kelly will take advantages on that homeless and try to get him as your husband, right? This is very obvious, right? Then like, but the other point of view, I couldn't control my desire that like, oh, this is like kind of like this guy is very poor. If I got a chances to help him out. If I didn't help him out, he might not get a chances. So I cannot control. I want to help him, right? The desire to help the other people. So my point is, we already see the route. No matter you say no, then in this situation, I got the experience. You can call me like trauma. Don't never ever help that kind of people. Are we all clear? So so my point is the same African. You already see the one, right? So no, don't ever, no, never ever try to get the chances from American and Chinese. No matter you give me like this is your human right. The other side, what would they say? They want to just want to talk, get a friendship, or enter the community. So which way? Try to get a wife. So just saying like, oh, try to get an enter the community. It means you are trying to get a wife, American wife. If you don't get it, you are using lawsuit. Am I right? So what kind of people are you? I'm comparing myself. Even I'm doing the good one. No one will see I'm doing like good one. Because I'm racialist, I'm racist, I'm racist, right? And I have discrimination minded, I'm old school. So everyone can see that even the guy is a homeless, he's American. I will support him. One day he became like rich, not rich. He became like he escaped from a homeless situation or homeless environment. I have a chance to get a white husband. Am I right? So that's why like, I compare my situation. That guy, homeless guy, which situation he is. If you see like oh just ordinarily, Kelly has five features, right? Racist or racialist, old school, and also discrimination minded. And then even homeless, Kelly want to be that homeless wife. But another condition, what condition? From this guy's side condition. The guy face is South Asian face. The five feature woman want to help him out, or why is she helping him out? She believe he is not homeless and one day his face will become like American face. Then you cannot escape from people bitches. Am I right? Then don't help. Even like oh you have bad minded, you just like ignore. Even like you saw very homeless and you have a chance to save, just ignore, just take all the blame, just take bad minded, don't help. I got a lesson. Even homeless, this guy, the whole group are gone this morning. So this is it politics or is it government operation? Is it like trying to teach the public for education? I don't know. Okay. So like even you give me the reason like this is your human right. We already see the route. Alright? Or don't tell me that like for example, if the same like I'm trying to come to the Champagne Public Library because the security guy, he might be like in charge of the whole library. But as far as I know, he's a security, the head of the security. So this guy is also the same like homeless guy, only 5 or 6 years older than me, look like maybe like all American like tail line, the like even like their faces are like 7 year or 10 year older than me. They just tell me that like they are only 33, 34. The same like Representative Peter Maya. His face looked like the 46, 47 year old, but his real age is only 34 year old. It's the same. This is how American lie. I don't know why they do that way. Are they helping other people? Because like South Asian and like African are their faces are very like old age faces. I don't know. Or maybe like Chinese cannot marry to their very age differences. Like Chinese like technically that they cannot marry like or even like 7 year older than Chinese or 7 year younger than Chinese, they cannot marry. I don't know, maybe like two reasons, right? They might know. Okay, I'm going to start here.